So, at the beginning of the movie, we're introduced to a guy named Aiden who was sleeping very peacefully in his apartment. Suddenly, his eyes snap open to some very strange noises. Hearing them makes Aiden extremely nervous. He goes to the door and tries to look out through the peephole, but he can't see anyone outside. After that, as soon as he turns on his TV, there's no signal. Instead, an emergency warning was constantly scrolling across the screen. Seeing this, Aiden felt something was off. How could the signal just drop like that? And why was such an emergency warning being broadcast? While he was still thinking about this, he suddenly started hearing the sounds of people screaming and shouting outside. He immediately ran toward his balcony, and what he saw blew his mind. He saw people running around frantically in every direction. It looked like someone was trying to catch them. Aiden was so overwhelmed that he couldn't understand what on earth was going on. During all this, he saw a helicopter crash into a nearby building. Seeing this happen right before his eyes terrified him. Then his eyes caught sight of a little girl below who seemed lost in the crowd. Seeing her, Aiden started shouting at people to help the girl. But in the next moment, that little girl started attacking the people around her and began biting them in a very strange way. After seeing this, Aiden's eyes were fully opened. He was now convinced that all the people in this city were turning into zombies. Out of fear, Aiden quickly left the balcony and went back into his apartment. Just then, he saw a man break into his home, also looking for a way to save his life. Aiden got incredibly scared seeing him because he thought this man was a zombie too. Actually, it was Aiden's neighbor, and he started telling Aiden, "Don't be afraid, I'm not a zombie." Getting emotional, he said that all his friends had turned into zombies and attacked him, but he managed to save himself and slipped into Aiden's house. After this, the neighbor asked for the bathroom. Aiden pointed him toward it. As the man turned toward the bathroom, Aiden spotted a zombie bite mark on his neck. Seeing this, Aiden realized that this man would soon convert into a zombie too. So, for his own safety, Aiden picked up a knife. After a while, when the neighbor came out of the bathroom and saw the knife in Aiden's hand, he understood. Aiden thinks I'm a zombie and is going to kill me. To stop that, he started telling Aiden, "Look, I'm not a zombie." He had barely said it when his eyes started turning red. Seeing this, Aiden knew the virus was taking effect. Aiden told his neighbor, "Get out of my house right now, or I'll kill you." Reluctantly, the neighbor left the house, but when Aiden looked through the peephole, he saw the zombies outside pounce on the neighbor. Watching this, Aiden felt a surge of anxiety, and he quickly locked the door. After a while, when things quieted down, he sat down to watch the news, where they were talking about this infection. The reporter said that this dangerous virus had now spread throughout the city. Therefore, anyone who isn't infected yet should not leave their buildings or homes under any circumstances, and should keep all windows and doors locked. Feeling very anxious, Aiden tried calling his home, but all the lines were completely busy. When he checked his messages, he found some from his parents. His parents' message said that zombies had spread throughout the city, which is why it might take them some time to get to him. They told him not to leave the house at all. While worrying about his parents' words, evening fell upon the apartment. Aiden sat on his balcony, looking at the view outside. The entire city had become a wasteland. There was fire and smoke everywhere. Seeing all this, Aiden completely broke down, wondering how he would survive alone in such conditions. Faced these circumstances, he put up small notes all over his apartment so that seeing them would give him courage, and he wrote "Day 1" on the mirror. Aiden was convinced that this zombie virus could last for months, so in these difficult times, he made a safe spot in his home so he'd be ready for any coming danger and wouldn't back down. Days passed like this, and soon a whole week had gone by. At night, he recorded a video on his laptop explaining how he was spending his days alone in the apartment. He also tried calling his parents, but there was still no signal. As time went on, Aiden started feeling lonely. One day, when he realized that no water was coming out of any of his taps, he got extremely worried. On top of that, Aiden's food supply was mostly gone. So he started surviving on very small amounts of food. Aiden was stuck alone in the middle of a zombie-surrounded area with no idea what was happening in the outside world. One day, while Aiden was looking at something on his laptop, he heard a sound. He immediately grabbed a baseball bat to defend himself. Then we see an infected girl entering Aiden's apartment through the ventilation duct in the ceiling. Seeing this, Aiden hid in a corner to save himself. When the girl slowly moved toward Aiden's room, he took the opportunity to attack her from behind, hitting her on the head and killing her on the spot. Aiden then used a surfboard to block the ventilation duct so no other zombies could get in. Days continued to pass. Aiden was constantly trying to stay alive somehow. One day, while he was making another recording, he suddenly heard his phone ring. He quickly answered and saw a voice message from his mother. His mom started saying that they were very close to the city and would reach him in a few hours. Before Aiden's mom could finish her sentence, some infected people surrounded them. For the last few seconds of the voice message, Aiden heard his parents screaming and shouting, and then the message cut off. After hearing this, Aiden was certain his parents were no longer in this world. He started crying uncontrollably because he felt he had no reason left to live. He picked up the baseball bat and planned to run away. As soon as he stepped out of the house, he saw many infected people. Then his eyes fell on his neighbor, who was still alive but badly injured, so he couldn't attack Aiden. After that, Aiden started looking for a way out of the building, but he couldn't find a path anywhere because zombies were standing everywhere. Aiden realized he couldn't get out through so many infected people. As he moved back toward his apartment, the infected attacked him. Aiden somehow managed to save himself and ducked back into his apartment, pushing the fridge in front of the door to keep them out. Now Aiden had to spend time in his house again, against his will. Being stuck alone in the same house for weeks was starting to mess with his head. Living in these conditions had become nearly impossible. Then suddenly, the entire city's power went out. Seeing this, Aiden went into an even deeper shock, wondering how he'd spend the rest of his life. He had no food, no water, no signal, and now no electricity. Thinking about all this made Aiden feel even more isolated. Tired of his life, Aiden turned on his laptop and started recording a video again. Looking into the camera, he said it had been 42 days since the virus spread. He said he had done everything to stay alive, but he couldn't take it anymore. He hadn't eaten or drunk anything for the last 2 days. He felt it was better to end his life than to keep suffering. After living through 42 days of these hardships, he decided to end everything. Just as he was about to hang himself, he looked at the building across from him and saw a girl. Seeing her after all this time put him in shock and gave him a new hope for living. But then his foot slipped off the chair and he began to struggle. He was lucky the rope was thin and it snapped, saving his life. Aiden immediately went to the window to look closely at the girl. He couldn't believe his eyes, seeing a normal, living girl after 42 days of seeing no one. The girl saw Aiden too, but she quickly closed her curtains because she thought he was a zombie. The next day, Aiden went to the window again to get a good look at her. Before the girl could hide again, thinking he was a zombie, Aiden quickly wrote HI on a piece of paper and waved at her. Seeing this, the girl realized Aiden wasn't a zombie, but a human. Her joy knew no bounds. Aiden told her his name through the paper. Seeing this, the girl shared her name, Eva. Eva asked Aiden if he had anything to eat or drink. Aiden told her he had no food, but plenty of water. Eva saw zombies coming near her door, so she closed the curtain and went away. But before leaving, Aiden wrote on the paper and asked if they could talk like this tomorrow too. Eva nodded yes and left. That night, Aiden survived by eating toothpaste. A while later, it started raining heavily. Seeing this, Aiden put containers outside to store water and for the first time in 42 days, bathed in the rain. In those 42 days, Aiden's beard had grown quite a bit, so he shaved and presented himself to the girl the next day. Aiden tied a rope to a ball and threw it toward Eva, which she caught. Then Aiden tied 2 water bottles to the rope and pushed them toward Eva, but the bottles hit the front railing loudly, and a zombie below heard the sound. That zombie started climbing toward Eva's apartment. Aiden saw the zombie. To distract it, he threw a bottle at the zombie's head. Now the zombie saw Aiden and got very angry. It left Eva alone and started climbing toward Aiden's apartment to kill him. Aiden quickly grabbed his baseball bat, and as the zombie was about to enter his room, Aiden beat it with the bat until it died. As night fell, Aiden's hunger reached its peak. He was in a bad way and his stomach started hurting. He had to find something to eat at any cost. He planned to go to a neighbor's house to find supplies. As he stepped out of his room, he saw his neighbor's corpse lying there. Checking the neighbor's pockets, Aiden found the house keys. But at that same moment, he heard many zombies approaching. Aiden was badly trapped. He couldn't run away. Thinking fast, Aiden lay down next to his neighbor's corpse and pretended to be dead. His trick worked, and the zombies passed by. After that, Aiden slowly entered the neighbor's house. Inside, he saw a girl lying injured on a bed. Aiden was afraid to go near her, so he threw a helmet at her to check if she was alive. Even after being hit by the helmet, the girl didn't move. Aiden realized she was dead. Ignoring her, he went straight to the kitchen and found some food. While investigating the house, he found many items and stuffed them into a sack. As he was about to leave, an infected zombie attacked him. Before it could bite and infect him, Aiden hit it over the head with a table lamp, knocking it down. The zombie was so enraged it lunged to eat him. Aiden used an axe to finish off the infected zombie for good. As he went to leave, he saw many zombies standing outside. Aiden slowly evaded them and made it back to his room. Once inside, he quickly took off his clothes and checked his body to see if a zombie had bitten him, but his body was completely safe. Then he checked the bag from the neighbor's house and found 2 walkie-talkies. Aiden decided to give one to Eva so they could talk through voice. Aiden made a rope from his clothes and started climbing down from the balcony. As soon as he reached the bottom, a zombie approached. It turned out there were many zombies there. Aiden threw one walkie-talkie onto Eva's balcony. The infected heard the noise and started chasing Aiden. Aiden quickly climbed another balcony and hid. Because it was dark, the zombies couldn't see him and eventually left. Once they were gone, Aiden returned to his apartment. The next day, Eva started talking to Aiden on the walkie-talkie. Aiden was so happy to hear Eva's voice. Aiden told Eva that he hadn't eaten anything for 3 days and the hunger was unbearable. Eva said she had been hungry for 2 days too. After that, the two talked for a long time, so long that it turned into night. Eva said it was late and she was going to sleep. With that, she cut the contact. When Aiden couldn't stand the hunger anymore, he finally decided to explore the building for food. He opened the same ventilation duct in his bathroom that the zombie girl had entered through. He traveled through the vents into a neighbor's house. On the way, he found an infected corpse that had probably died from lack of oxygen. Seeing it terrified Aiden, but he gathered his courage and kept moving. He reached the neighbor's bathroom. As he stepped onto the floor, he saw a long trail of blood. Following the trail, he pulled back a curtain, but no one was there. Aiden began to investigate the whole house thoroughly. When he got to the kitchen, he found a lot of food. He contacted Eva and told her he found plenty of food. Hearing this, Eva got angry and asked, "How could you go into that house without telling me? Your life could be in danger." Aiden told her not to worry, that no one was there. Then, Eva said she wanted to come to him too. Aiden explained that she shouldn't come yet, as it would be dangerous. He said he would bring her to the house safely once he cleared it. Eva agreed and told him to take care. Now that Aiden had food, he thought about going back to his apartment. Just then, he noticed a large hole in the wall. When he went near the tunnel, he felt someone was nearby. As Aiden turned around, an old man was standing behind him with a sharp tool in his hand. After looking at each other, they realized neither was a zombie. The old man lowered his weapon and asked Aiden what he was doing there. Aiden said he was just looking for food. The man asked who he was talking to on the walkie-talkie. Aiden lied, saying he was just talking to himself for motivation. The old man started acting very nice to Aiden and told him he could take as much food as he wanted. He even gave Aiden some food on a plate. Being hungry for days, Aiden started eating it without thinking there could be something in it. After a while, the old man asked Aiden to grab a bottle from the cupboard. As Aiden turned to get it, the old man struck him hard on the head and knocked him out. When he woke up, he found himself in front of an infected woman. The zombie woman was tied up. Terrified, Aiden tried to run, but he saw his own hands were tied. The old man told Aiden that the woman was his wife, who was now infected. The old man said he loved his wife very much and didn't want to lose her at any cost. He said his wife had been hungry for a week, but today her hunger would be satisfied because he was going to make Aiden her food. The old man gave Aiden some pills, telling him to take them so his body would go numb and he wouldn't feel pain while dying. Aiden refused and told the old man his wife couldn't live like this and that she was screaming for death. He told the man to kill his wife and free her from this hellish life. But the old man's mental state was completely broken. He told Aiden to take the medicine or he'd find other ways to knock him out. Aiden still refused. The old man went to get his tool to knock Aiden out. Fear was clear on Aiden's face. He knew if he didn't do something fast, he'd be killed. He somehow managed to free himself and hid behind the door. When the old man came to kill Aiden, Aiden cleverly grabbed him and pushed him toward his wife. The wife grabbed the old man and started biting him violently. Aiden left them both, locked the door, packed his things, and headed toward his apartment. Just then, Eva told him via walkie-talkie that infected people had entered her apartment. Hearing this, Aiden rushed toward her apartment to save her. When he reached his balcony, he saw Eva across the way. He saw she was trapped on her balcony with no way out. Aiden immediately made a long rope of clothes to save her. While trying to climb down, he fell to the ground. An infected person heard the sound and ran to attack him. To save himself, Aiden picked up a shotgun and killed the infected person. But the sound of the gunshot was heard by many zombies in the building. Now all the zombies started jumping from the building to eat Aiden. Aiden ran straight toward Eva's apartment. Eva hung down a large piece of cloth.
Aiden started climbing up, but an infected person grabbed the cloth and started climbing behind him. Aiden acted smartly, stopped at the balcony just below Eva's, and quickly cut the cloth with a knife. The infected person fell from a great height and died. Eva jumped down to Aiden, and now they were finally together. Aiden said it wasn't safe to stay there. If they stayed, the infected would catch them soon. They moved forward, ready to fight the zombies to get out. When they reached the door of a room, they cleverly opened it and hid behind the door. As soon as the door opened, some angry infected people ran into the room. Taking advantage of the moment, they slipped away. Aiden broke the door lock so the zombies who went inside couldn't come back out to kill them. They escaped that spot, but while climbing up, a zombie suddenly attacked Aiden. A long fight broke out between them. While fighting, both fell down the stairs. Eva saw an opening and killed the infected zombie. After doing that, they both moved toward their room again, killing several zombies along the way. Aiden was very close to his apartment. Just as they were about to enter, a very powerful infected zombie appeared from behind. Aiden, without worrying about his own life, pushed Eva into the room and stayed outside to fight the powerful infected one. After a while, a panicked Aiden quickly ducked inside, locked the door, and pushed the fridge in front of it so the infected couldn't break the door. Aiden told Eva to stay away from him. He handed her the baseball bat and told her to kill him because he had been infected. He said he would lose control very soon and didn't want to hurt her, so she had to kill him. But Eva refused because Aiden had risked his life to save her. When Eva refused to kill him, Aiden decided to take his own life by jumping from the building. Aiden told Eva to go to the neighbor's house through the ventilation duct where she'd find plenty of food. Before jumping, Aiden took off his t-shirt to check his body. He found no bite marks anywhere. The zombie hadn't bitten him. His joy was boundless. They hugged each other. Now they will survive together in this building until the zombie virus ends. And with that, the story ends here. And that brings us to the end of this insane survival story. It's a chilling reminder of how quickly the world can change, but also how hope can keep us alive in the darkest times. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss out on our next movie explanation. Also, let me know in the comments, what would you do if you woke up in a zombie apocalypse tomorrow? Drop the name of the next movie you want to see explained down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.